Time now for the morning rush. Albuquerque police can no longer mute their body cameras. This after the last two reports by the department noted a pattern of officers muting audio at scenes. It happened when officers used force on a suspect and when officers were interacting with members of the public. APD says it has disabled the mute buttons.
At least one person still recovering today from a crash with the school bus. It happened yesterday afternoon on Camino Don Tomas, just south of 550 in Bernalillo. The Sandoval County Fire Department says none of the children had serious injuries. One person in the other vehicle was hurt. No word as to how badly. The cause of the crash still under investigation. Erica.
Here's a check on the Taos ski report. We've seen 18 new inches of snow in the last 7 days, a nice base depth of 68 inches, and Kachina Peak lift is still closed right now. Everything else is currently open.
Clovis police are still looking for the driver of a stolen car that was part of an officer-involved shooting. It happened on January 24th. Clovis police say that they spotted an SUV that was reported stolen. When police tried to stop the car, a high-speed chase began. Now, police say that 21-year-old Jeremy Banning fired more than a dozen rounds at officers. He's facing several charges this morning. Today, a Senate committee is scheduled to discuss a new liquor tax law. Should Senate Bill 85 pass, it would let all New Mexico counties put a local excise tax on liquor, but to go into effect, it would have to be passed by a majority voter approval. Right now, only McKinley County has this kind of excise tax, bringing in an average of $1.3 million a year.
The search is on for a New Mexico man accused of killing his own brother. Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office says 65-year-old Patricio Griego is wanted for the murder of 75-year-old Jimmy Griego. No word on the motive. Griego is believed to be driving a maroon Hyundai Elantra with license plate number NM64880.
Animal Welfare says they found no violations at the property of animal trainers after Peter reported them in Belen. Valencia County received complaints within the last few days from people concerned about the animals. Animal Control went to the Belen property yesterday, and they say everything appears to be okay. The agency is getting ready to take that case to trial. Erica.
Here's a look at the Metro Threat Index for today, keeping that nice and low at a 2. We will be breezy, but temperatures are going to be mild by the afternoon, warming around 10 degrees above average.
New at 6, Audi is the latest company to recall Takata airbags. About 107,000 vehicles made in the late 90s and early 2000s have airbag inflators that may not function properly during a crash. A driver in Australia was killed when one malfunctioned. Now, Volkswagen is working to manufacture replacement parts and will notify car owners when they are available.
Albuquerque City Councilor Santi Borrego is asking state lawmakers to fund a $20 million project to expand Paseo del Norte. The proposal would expand Paseo to 2 lanes in each direction leading up to Rainbow. If the state can't cover it all, she's hoping at least for $9 million. The city already has $3.5 million to start. An iconic New Mexican restaurant is now making plans to expand its hospitality services. The owners of El Pinto want to open a bed and breakfast. It would then go into their old family house that sits on the restaurant's property. One co-owner says having a place to stay would expand site offerings. On Wednesday, the county approved a zoning change to allow the bed and breakfast to operate. From homeless to Hollywood, actor Noel G is sharing his journey from a rough upbringing, once homeless at 13 and a life of crime, to starring in films alongside actors and directors like Vin Diesel and Clint Eastwood. The actor is now known for roles in films like Fast and the Furious and Training Day. The fundraiser he's in town for is tomorrow. Soon, the story of an outer-worldly mystery set right here in New Mexico will be in theaters. The Amazon original The Vast of Night was largely filmed in Texas, but the setting is a small New Mexico town in the 1950s. It follows odd happenings as a switchboard operator and a radio DJ investigate a strange frequency detected. Now it's set to hit the theaters and Amazon Prime on March 29th. You can now see what goes on behind the scenes at Meow Wolf. The company is starting a new online series that shows how exhibits are created. The first 2 episodes focus on the House of Internal Return, explaining how different parts of the installation were built. The first episode is now available on YouTube. Saturday, the Santa Fe Brewing Company and the Albuquerque chapter of the American Association of Zookeepers are teaming up for a fundraiser to help Australia. Called Brews for Roos, the brewery's tap house near Carlisle and I-40 will donate $1 from each pint sold to the Koala Hospital in Port Macquarie. That's north of Sydney. Now, the event is free, runs from 11 a.m. until midnight. Erica.
Now let's get a look at that morning drive. On the map, no accidents to reports, but starting to back up near the Big I and Paseo and the I-25 interchange. Here's a look at traffic going east on I-40 near University. Looking like some major slowdowns starting up, so give yourself some extra time on the roads.
Fritz, story of the morning. A Friends reunion is back in the works. Officials say the stars of the hit sitcom have all reached an agreement with Warner Brothers. The potential upcoming one-hour unscripted special said to be helping launch the streaming service HBO Max. Reports say the six stars will take home anywhere between $3 to $4 million for their appearance.